Well, boys, today is tomorrow, and Pokimane is back in the news because this woman, I'm gonna be honest here, she is something else, chat. Alright, this woman is showing her narcissism at this point. I mean, like, shit, she's showing her whole narcissism because this woman, throughout this whole entire month, and hell, even into last month in October, has been just showing that she doesn't know / believe in half the shit she talks about. I'm like the fishbowl, believing in liking and subscribing and also commenting for your algorithm, boys. Thank you for 28k. Now let's get back to the video. And people have been doing the clock meme, the rabbit with the clock meme. I'm gonna be honest here, this thing's kind of getting worn out at this point. Alright, this bitch got some rust on it. I've been seeing this shit for 2-3 weeks straight. Go ahead, pack it up. New meme time, new format. And I'm sure this shit is actually either getting to her or she is rage baiting people so hard because she uploaded a new TikTok after, you know, everyone has been talking about how she's old and decrepit and has cobwebs in her fucking and how she needs to get a baby in there, right? She's been getting rage baited by the internet by literally like 12-13-year-olds that probably never even have their first girlfriend yet. But for some reason, now she's making this TikTok of her marrying herself. That's already a red flag right there, chat. That's already a red flag right there. All right, don't even think you can tie this one down. This one's going to be a wild dog for the rest of her life because there is no way you can tie someone down that's married to themselves. And Pokimane is even going to get into why she can't get married right now and why she hasn't gotten married within the past 5 years. And I'm going to be honest, it is ridiculous. Her excuse is real. Trust me, you think of something and it's wilder than that. Her actual reasoning is fucking beyond disbelief. But let's watch this almost 38-year-old woman get married to herself.
Bought an engagement ring for myself. Okay, but you guys told me to. In the comments my last video, you guys kept talking about a ring. A lot of you were saying, girl, just go get one for yourself. So that's what I did.
I'm sorry, yeah, this is pathetic. Bitch, you're telling me the internet literally somehow psyopted you into thinking, you know what? Why would I want to find true love in someone that want to deal with me for the rest of my life whenever I could marry myself? Brother, chat, I refuse to believe that this woman actually is thinking that. I'm hoping she actually bought this ring because she's like, oh no, for the fashion? Oh, it's a great ring. Great ring. For the fashion, got this beautiful dress with it. All right, that's fine. You bought a ring for that purpose of you want to, you know, have this little fashion piece. Okay, that makes sense. But if you're saying, no, this is my engagement ring to myself. This full circle is like life. It never ends and never begins. No beginning, no ending. And that's our fucking love for myself. Brother, that's narcissism. If you were actually going to get down on one knee in the mirror and be like, will you be mine, Miss Iman Anus? And then you respond to yourself, yes, because she's going to do that. But literally, if you do that, brother, your brain's cooked. That Benito. All right, it's not even the internet's fault at that point. It's your fault. All right, if your brain is that cooked where you're getting married to yourself, you're done. All right, you're done. But boys, the psyop continues. All right, this woman goes down the rabbit hole of delusion.
Ring at Bulgari that I just fell in love with. It felt like way too much to get for myself, but then the more I thought about it, I was like, I hope someday I actually get engaged. The person that you are engaged to the most in your entire lifetime is your damn self. So why shouldn't I get this ring for my damn self?
Bro, I swear to God, me and Pokimane might be on the same wavelength because that's the same logic I use whenever I open up the DoorDash app and I know goddamn well I got gas in the tank. Oh, but I'm so tired from editing videos all day, and I did have a stream that was really good, and you know what? I've been a good boy today. I could drive down to Taco Bell and get the burrito for $3 my goddamn self, but ooh, getting it delivered by someone else is worth the extra $10 delivery fee. God. My one and only dream in this life is to be able to order DoorDash freely without even thinking about the delivery fee. But yeah, those are the same mental gymnastics I be going through. So I can see she probably went shopping for some jewelry and then she saw this ring and it was like, this is an engagement ring that husbands usually buy for, you know, their wives. Iman, I don't know if you want to buy this right now. It might be special in the future when there's someone else gets it for you. And she was just like, nigga, I got money today. You know how hard it is to get a man? In these times, you know how hard it is to get a man to settle down. That's time I don't have. She's probably gonna give this nigga, whoever she wants to marry in the future, she's probably gonna give them the ring and be like, just let you know, you can give that back to me whenever you man up. That's gonna be her way of saying fucking marry me. And I mean, like, I'm not even that far off of what her fantasy is. She is gonna go into how she is probably gonna buy the engagement ring for her husband, which is probably the same ring she has in her hand right now. I don't know if this white gold fits me, but you know, I can make it work. I can put a little outfit or two together.
So, this is me proposing to myself. Damn! Look at the gorgeous diamonds. And the packaging is beautiful, the way that it contrasts. You know when jewelry is so pretty, you want to eat it? Is that just me? Like,
yeah, that is just you. What? Is this bitch sure she ain't pregnant? That is a weird craving. You want to eat jewelry? You want to eat metal? Like, don't get me wrong. I know that, you know, as humans, we need certain metals in our body, like iron and shit, but you should get that through eating other things, not the raw metal itself. On top of that, she wants to eat a diamond. I don't even know if you could eat that. Like, what are we talking about? Yeah, that is just a you thing. That I am not on that wavelength. All right, that is beyond me.
It's so delectable. Will I be with me for the rest of my life? Well, yes, I've no choice, but yes.
Even this bitch is having reservations marrying herself. She's like, I guess if I got to. Like, this is an arranged marriage right here. Someone tells me she don't like her. Man, she's about to have a whole argument with herself in the mirror later on after this TikTok. I thought I told you to take the chicken out of the fridge. No, I told you to take the chicken out of the fridge and put it in the sink so it can defrost. Actually, I just realized this bitch don't cook. I guess take out the trash. Maybe she does that on her own. I don't know what she does on her own. Maybe wipe her ass. That might be the last thing she does. Like, what? I guess I have to. Like, nigga, who says that about themselves?
I'm gonna have the opportunity to gift my husband the sickest engagement ring for men that there ever was, and I cannot wait. You guys know how much I love gift giving, and just that idea makes me so happy.
So yeah, boys, whenever you guys see a giant rock on my fucking fist, don't be acting surprised, alright? You guys already know. These ladies love the fish. They can't get enough of the fish. But we're going to be moving on to this next clip where she basically talks about why she hasn't gotten married in her 29 years on this globe. And at first, it started making sense. Like, oh, yeah, I can, you know, that makes sense. That makes sense. And then you're going to get to a part where it's just like, bitch, alright. There ain't no way you just said that now.
Here's why I'm not married yet. My parents keep asking, so I'm just going to sum in this video. 1, dating while being a public figure has its difficulties. If I go on a dating app, I'm either bombarded with people asking if it's really me, or I get banned because they think I'm catfishing myself.
So yeah, so far, like I said, this is normal. Like, yeah, that makes sense. Obviously, it's hard to go on these dates whenever people are already fans of you, all right? Now you're just like, wow, this hot guy, is he hot and normal, or is he hot and crazy? How crazy? All right, now I gotta weigh out my options here. Is he dick crazy, or is he murder me crazy? All right, again, these make sense, right? These points are gonna be making a little bit of sense. All right, we're about to get into it.
Meeting up with a stranger is risky enough, but even more so after instances where a guy will pretend they don't know who I am, and then I find out they knew all along.
This part right here, I really don't know what's the problem, because obviously this person wants to have, I'll be honest here, that rock on the fist. All right, I ain't gonna lie, I want to rock a big diamond on my fist too. He's out here trying to play the generational wealth game. But I really don't understand what's the problem if he did know. All right, I guess technically he lied. But also, I mean, like, who wants to go on a date with someone and be like, I know you, I've been watching you for years. Yeah, I remember that clip right there. I'm your top donator for 2 years in a row. So nice to meet you. Like, no one wants to do that. No one wants to do that. Like, come on. You also got to think about the guy's perspective of, how the fuck do I tell this bitch I've been following her for the past 10 years and now I'm on a date with her that she doesn't know that I know who she is? Obviously, that would be creepy. You would probably be like, nigga, obviously I don't want to go on a date with you now that you know who I am. But it's like, what if he's a good guy? What if he's a good guy? I mean, like, it sounded like they were having a great time, and then she found out later on he probably followed her on Instagram and he had his phone open. She snooped on it. But yeah, I'm like, if they're a good pusher, who cares if they knew who you were or didn't? Like, I don't understand that point a little bit, but that's just a personal preference for me. I'm just like, I don't understand that. All right, maybe for women that's super creepy and weird to be known, even though you're a famous YouTuber. Yeah, I don't know.
I also think that as a career-oriented woman, I don't want to settle for someone who's insecure about what I do or wants to control me. I'd never want to be that way towards my partner, too. I went through a rather traumatizing experience that made it hard for me to feel safe and trust others. Once you see the emotional, psychological, and even physical impact that someone can have on you, it makes you cautious about venturing into anything new.
So this traumatic event that she's talking about, Willie Mack quote retweeted this and said her traumatic experience where she can't trust anyone is because a Twitch employee pretended to date her to try to get news from her fans. Not even joking. This is real thing that happened. Cooked company. I understand how that is a very traumatic event, right? I very much do understand that. But also, I mean, like, bro, let's all be honest here. If you're already dating Pokimane, would you really want to get news from random people in her Discord? Like, why would you want to fuck up that generational back? This person was pretending to date her. Pretending. Like, they already knew, oh yeah, I'm never going to have a chance, right? They were pretending. Like, I don't understand how she's going to put that trauma on other people. But again, I don't know how this trauma affected her. I'm not this person, alright? I don't understand the whole dynamics between them. But also, I'm just sitting here like, how is that any other guy's fault other than that person's fault? Like, he's the one that did the weird thing, and he wasn't even dating you. He was just a random Twitch employee that tried to pretend to be dating you. And I'm gonna be honest here, it does make sense. All right, don't get me wrong. A Twitch employee dating a female Twitch streamer makes sense. I mean, like, they do got a lot of pull over there to get you with the other big streamers. It does make sense if you want to get your career to blow up. I'm like, hell, look at Dan Clancy. That boy has been flexing his little muscles over there at Twitch for a while now.
I guess you could say I'm on a romantic cooldown of sorts. And lastly, I simply didn't feel as ever the right time or opportunity to get married in my early to mid-20s. I'm sure I'm not the only one. Between a pandemic, the economy being in the toilet.
Yeah. Literally, this bitch talking about the economy being in the toilet. She's worth north of $20 million, by the way, Chad. Rich people don't suffer the economy. If anything, they gain from it. She is literally gaining from this system. Literally, this economy right now is a blessing for anyone making millions of dollars a year. Her stock portfolio is probably performing 700x what it usually is performing. Like, bitch investment probably have tripled over this last year alone. Like, we're not going to be sitting here acting like Pokimane is the one suffering from this economy. Pokimane. If anything, this is prime time for her to get into a relationship. Bitch, you are as rich as you will ever be. You are literally making hand over fist money. You have nothing to do all day. She has zero things to do all day. But yet the economy is holding her back from getting a man. Yes. I'm sure the economy is holding you back from getting a man. Now, maybe she lowered her standards from you have to have at least $1 million in the bank account to where you have to have a penis. Maybe she could find someone. There's plenty of us men that don't make millions of dollars a year that will gladly take a rock on the fist. All right, hey. I myself, I like gold. All right, but you know, a little silver is not bad either. But no, she's not done. This TikTok still goes. All right, there's still excuses of why she hasn't had a man. I thought the economy was the biggest excuse of why you don't have a man now. All right, it is tough out there for a multi-generational wealth millionaire. It's tough out there for someone with investments in basically anything that is growing right now.
And there just being bigger things to worry about, it's kind of nice to see that people aren't rushing into marriage like they used to. I also try to think of it this way. What if it's the last time you'll ever be single? I might as well enjoy it, right? But I am a hopeless romantic at the end of the day, and I truly believe everyone has their perfect match somewhere now. I hope you already have or will find yours too.
We're just making it sound like getting into a relationship in general is the worst thing known to man. What if it's the last time I being single? This is like whenever someone's like, this is the last time we'll ever be kids. Because you can never be a kid again. You can be single again. Like, what? The whole point of her worrying about never being single again, it should be like you're in a happy relationship with someone that you love. That's the whole point of never being single again. Not, I'll never be a kid again, because you never can be a kid again. But yes, boys, that's Pokimane being annoying, but not as annoying as this woman, Casey Tron, who's going broke, boy. She's potentially losing her house, going homeless. Yes. Go ahead and click this video right here to find out what she's going homeless. But other than that, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment down below, and I'll see you all tomorrow.